So, sports fans, the CIA is now solidly implicated in trying to save Hunter Biden's ass from whatever he was getting involved in. Now, the beautiful thing is, anybody who was checking out George Webb's work remember, George Webb was on top of the CIA helping Hunter years ago. Years ago, he had done all the background investigation to find out, like, no, this was signed off by these people, and when you look at the metadata on them, these are people who are obviously in some way, shape, or form linked to the CIA. Or that's what he was. That was his theory, and his theory is now has panned out. It's his theory is looking solid. And what's very important now is a lot of people that you really love AOC. You saw her freak out about this, and all the losers in the progressive realm, like, no, there's nothing to this. It's all bullshit. The Republicans are trying to make things up. They're just inventing things. They're just there's no crime that and that it's like this thing of like, well, isn't Trump being indicted under RICO in New York? Like, and it's just, AOC proving really, the women's vote, a lot of modern American women are just not really up to standard. And, and Democratic liberal women just tend to not be really at a certain mental standard that they can understand the fundamental idea of like, well, no, that makes you wrong. I'm sorry, that makes you wrong. And they just can't get that. Like, it can't be true. And it's because, they've been raised to be bigots. Liberal women are bigots. And that's why American men are passport broing, because they're like they're mentally ill and they're bigots. And so, they're probably soft on hurting children, and so you never know what, if you have children with an American woman, is she going to like medicate your child, lop the cock off your child, cut the tits off your child, like what, put your kid on pills because she likes the school teacher better than you, her husband, so from there, and likes the school teacher more than she likes her own kids, likes the prestige of being friends with the school teacher more than she really likes her own children. A lot of people need to start really getting that about what kind of the American culture has shown us about, like, the women's vote and the Democratic women's vote, is that it's about the prestige of being one of these liberated women who understands the revolution must go on and it must succeed, or else the men will control your vagina, which of course is just this intense need for self-importance, intense need for self-importance, when really, as said in the Hood Conservatives thing, no, you're just another woman. So now we've got the CIA solidly messing around with that. CIA trying to hide that they were doing something domestically, because the CIA is not allowed to function domestically. The CIA was functioning domestically on the ground in Washington on J6. So the CIA tried to cover that up too, that they weren't there. So it's, why are you covering it up? Why would you want nobody to know? And and then, what was it? I don't know if you all saw Peter Schiff's piece in Zero Hedge about how the Bureau of Land Management now is making it almost impossible to mine for silver and gold. So it's an attempt to make us dependent upon Russian and Chinese sources for that. maybe Venezuelan. Because isn't it interesting that now that the Democrats are running the country into the ground, we keep having to become dependent upon countries that are, like we know, are kind of openly cruel to their own people and have this horrible penchant for socialism and Marxist shit. So it's I just think it just speaks volumes. We were right. This is about communism. This is about socialism. This is about crushing the socialists, right? Because they have to be crushed. They don't understand something else. And Russia has officially started changing its language toward Ukraine. They are no longer using the term special military operation, with France saying they're going to step in. They're saying, okay, well, this is war then. Then we're going to start doing things that are more like warfare. And that's it. Ukraine will not last through Russia going a war status. Every single person who's been like, Russia, they can't do shit, they haven't done shit right, everybody, you're all being fooled, you're so dumb, and yeah, well, now we're gonna see. And the whole thing is, it's like, oh, because the French army is going to save the Ukrainians. Yeah, right. Yeah, and because France is one of those countries that, is known for their incredible military winning, just amazing wars. And that they have this stable population that could produce plenty of soldiers. It's great. It's fucking great. One of the best things I love about this, yes, I think they figured it out. With AOC, of course, because she's stupid. She's not really that bright. So her doing this whole thing of, oh, Rico, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what? Are you stupid? And it really was like that moment where it's like, why is this bitch allowed to talk? Like, who bitch this is? It was so much that moment. Who bitch this is? The Democratic women do this a lot. Liberal women do this, unfortunately, far too often. Where you're just sitting there like, do you realize how stupid no, you don't realize how fucking stupid that was. And so it's oh yeah, there we go. And so now they think that they're going to just seize Trump's properties. We'll see how that goes. That's its own legal effort. And you guys are going to have to do it in New York. You're not going to be able to seize his properties in other places because their jurisdictions are probably going to be favorable to him and say, no, you can't. No, you're not doing that. So this is going to be pretty fun to actually watch as the Democrats then spiral into this thing of how everything is just going Trump's way because of the corruption of the patriarchal capitalism. Oh no! And so get popcorn.